The Biden administration is selling this fiction. It's hard to believe that they actually believe it, that there are moderate terrorists that we can work with, and we can work with them against the really bad terrorists. But at the end of the day, here's the reality. The Taliban equals al-Qaeda. The intelligence is clear. Biden's own intelligence community has repeatedly briefed us on that. The current head of al-Qaeda, who was Osama bin Laden's deputy, has sworn a blood oath, has sworn allegiance to the head of the Taliban. And several of their key officials are on the FBI's most wanted list and have hundreds of American soldiers, including some of my own Green Berets, blood on their hands, and are currently holding Americans hostage as we speak. Not the ones that Biden left behind, but including a Navy veteran by the name of Mark Frericks that they've held for the last year and a half. So this is just, it's a joke, but it's not funny. This is a devastating road we're heading down. And really what we're heading down is a path to another 9/11, San Bernardino, Pulse nightclub, you name the attacks. And this is the same crew, guys, that was around Obama when he pulled us out of Iraq too soon, led to the rise of the ISIS caliphate, thought the bird dog trade was a good deal. And we had American soldiers that had to go back to clean up that mess. And what has me so upset is we're going to have to go and clean up this mess, right, but it's going to be far worse.
And what a sobering thought. Now, Rob, you were just talking about how the Taliban is requesting to be recognized at the UN. Congressman, you and Senator Lindsey Graham are urging President Biden not to do that, saying it's in America's interest that the Afghan Taliban not be legitimized by the international community. At first, when I saw that headline that they were asking to be recognized, I thought, as you said, a joke that's not funny. I thought there's no way that could be serious. Tell us about your continuing fight.
Well, we have the defense bill moving through the Congress right now. We're doing everything we can to block the Biden administration from sending any aid to these terrorists, to block them from recognizing them and legitimizing them. Essentially, what they are doing by going down this road is creating another Iran, led by fanatical religious leaders, except now they'll have the power of a state. We've already given them an army's worth of equipment, an air force, an international functioning airport to fly terrorists anywhere they want in the world. And then if we unlock their foreign currency reserves and other forms of aid, they'll have billions of dollars to put behind their terrorism. And again, the intelligence is clear. Al-Qaeda intends to attack America and attack the West if given the chance. And the Biden administration is handing that chance to them on a silver platter. It's just unbelievable.
It really is, Congressman. So we've got right now, there are hundreds of Americans still behind enemy lines that want to get out of Afghanistan. The Taliban say they want to be recognized by the United Nations. This is 1979 all over again. I think the Biden administration doesn't want to give us the exact numbers on the Americans that are still behind enemy lines, because then, just like we saw in 1979 and 1980, before Ronald Reagan's time in office, then they'll be blasted into the living rooms of Americans all across the country with an exact number. I think why don't we use that as leverage? Give us all of our people back, and then we can have that conversation, Taliban.
Because you understand leverage and you understand strength. But what the Biden administration is doing is conceding, hoping the Taliban will be nice to us. So essentially what the Taliban are saying is, well, we'll let your people go when we get international recognition, when we get billions in foreign currency reserves, when we get all the economic aid, representatives at the UN, essentially legitimizing a terrorist state. And the Biden administration is playing in their hands. But again, this is the same, I call them the O-Biden crowd, that conceded their way through the Iran deal while they were still holding Americans hostage. Right. So, it's just a fundamentally flawed and weak and feckless approach. And we're going to do everything we can to block and stop it in the Congress.
Yeah, the individual expected to represent Afghanistan's former government is expected to speak on the 27th, so it'll be interesting to see if that is switched out before then. All the time we have for this morning, Congressman Michael Waltz, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.